Before there was reggae, before there was Rasta, before there was dancehall, before ska, and long before the birth of its closely related cousin hip-hop music, there was Nyabinghi music. It is a spiritual music that traces its roots back to areas of Africa, such as Ethiopia. Its heartfelt, soul-stirring effect has inspired the ardor expressed in the lyrics of later styles of music, such as reggae, dancehall, ska, and hip-hop.
Well, Nyabinghi is a connection of the culture of Africa to the slaves in Jamaica. The people who was brought to Jamaica as slaves, and they brought their culture with them also.
Although reggae is the more popular form, Nyabinghi is considered a traditional style of music in the Rasta community. Like many other forms of music, Nyabinghi is focused around the rhythm of the drums. Nyabinghi drumming is ritualistic, meditative, and a communal part of Rastafari. It is often mixed in with traditional gospel music.
Yeah, well, Nyabinghi music, the drums within Nyabinghi music is the heartbeat, that 1-2 that keeps us, one within our ancestors from Africa from that time till now, it's pretty much the rhythm of life.
From the beginning of time, the depths of Ethiopia, Africa, we've been communicating with the Nyabinghi drums, with the Almighty, with the vibrations of the sounds, communicating with each other. So yeah, from the beginning of time, we've been all in Nyabinghi.
Although Nyabinghi may appear as a group of people randomly beating drums to a certain tempo, there is an order and a method to this art form. This method is very syncopated, with a lot of improvisation. Like many forms of drumming in Africa, multiple players play conversationally with each other.
And you know that drums is the first musical instrument. So Africa had all different variations of drums, from bass drum to repeater to funde to all kind of claps and bells and different, percussion instruments also they had to the drummings. So the African drumming was quicker and faster, but there was so much moaning going on in Jamaica at this time. The Nyabinghi slowed down the music and make it become churchical, so we could sing the same gospel songs on the drums. So now Nyabinghi become the gospel music of the Rastafari people.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, Jah Christafari!
In the early days of African civilization, drums were not as much a form of music as they were a form of communication. But in time, the two would merge, and together serve as one of the most powerful forms of communication.
In Nyabinghi, there are 3 types of basic drums. You have the repeater, the funde, and the bass. The bass in Nyabinghi provides the low tones. It's the foundation of the whole rhythm. The funde is like the rhythmatic drum that keeps the rhythm going. And then you have the repeater, which is basically the lead vocalist of all the drums. And it's more like, I'll say, compulsive, interactive.
The art is repetitive, and the art is the only thing that never changes beat. That 1-2 rhythm from the art. See? And they can play everything else around that. If you play this constantly for me, you know what I'm saying? And then I could just do anything else around that with the next drum. Babylon the Great has fallen. Rulers of his kingdom has fallen.
Nyabinghi's reach and influence spans centuries. Its influence can even be experienced in much of today's popular music.
All these musics today, the pop, the jazz, gospel, reggae, ska, all these owe a debt of gratitude to Nyabinghi. Like I said, it's the roots rock foundation. If you wanted to, you could play a Nyabinghi beat In any popular song nowadays, any Michael Jackson song, it has the heartbeat, which is, like I said, the basic foundation even of the body.
Part of Nyabinghi's message is to speak out against corruption and oppression. The heartfelt lyrics and spiritual chants promote brotherhood and community.
Any religion you are, there's only one love, one God, one harmony, that's rhythm, which is the heartbeat, which we all have. We say one joy.
Nyabinghi music is for the love of humanity. And Nyabinghi music is for life. It's for to live life, to create life, abundance of life.
So basically, the message for Nyabinghi is just to reach out for the good, the positive, connect with the spiritual world, and basically to burn down Babylon. So basically, if we are working towards the good, we are obviously opposing the wicked and the evil.
Babylon, your kingdom is falling.
Nyabinghi is definitely a way of life.
You have Nyabinghi, the natural way of life, the rhythm of life.
Nyabinghi is truly the rhythm of life.
Reaching back over many centuries, amplifying the voice of the people, uniting a community under a common pulse, influencing many other styles of music, transcending its humble message, bringing the world into sync with its heartbeat-like rhythm. Nyabinghi is the rhythm of life.
So long, Nyabinghi, call me so long. So long, Nyabinghi, call me so long. So long, Nyabinghi, call me so long. So Jah Rastafari, call me so long. So long.